Bechor, you ready for Shakol? ברשות מוריי ורבותיי, ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם שהכל נהיה בדברו. אמן. So Rabbi said we are on page 179, talking about, is it permitted to select extensively in honor of the guest? So before, if you remember in the morning, we spoke about a very important halakha, separation, borer, for purpose of not eating. So let's make a quick review. We spoke about in the morning that there is 3 conditions we need for section, for laws of borer. Borer means bechor, separate. You're not allowed to separate on Shabbat. Yes. In order to separate, you need to fulfill 3 conditions. Mr. Pinchas, what are the 3 conditions we learned in the morning? Number 1 is that you have to separate what you want from whatever you don't want, and not the other way around. Or you're supposed to separate what you're going to eat from the waste that you will not eat. Example, a person has right now peanuts, and he has a lot of peanut shells, right? It's like a mixture. Or yeah, and he wants to separate right now the shells out. He wants to serve that bowl without the shells, without the garbage. Can he separate the shell away? Says halakha, not allowed to. This is one of the 39 laws of Shabbat. Bechor already, Baruch Hashem, he's become more and more expert about how many laws we have on Shabbat. Shabbat is not just to turn on or off the light. There's much more laws to that. So one of them is the laws of separation, borer. So you're supposed to only, those are the 3 conditions, and the only 3 conditions, and all must be fulfilled. First, you have to separate what you want from whatever you don't want. Second one, you have to separate not with a special tool that's separating, for example, not with a sifter. And the third thing is that you have to separate for immediate consumption. Got it? So we gave an example in the morning. A person has guests on Shabbat morning, and he wants to have separate, for example, peel orange, right? And he says, Rabbi, I want to peel a lot of oranges right now because I'm already in the mood of peeling, and make a nice fruit platter.
You're not allowed.
And they're going to have part of it right now, and part of it in the afternoon. I'm going to have more guests coming for Slatki Stov in the afternoon. Is he allowed to separate it at 9, 10, 11 a.m. in the morning, Shabbat morning? And they're going to start eating it, let's say 11:20, 11:30. They will start eating it. That meal is going to finish by 1:30. Das Vidania. And then they're going to have more guests coming later at 4 p.m.
It's the same day. It's the same day.
So according to our halakha, according to our Torah, is up to altar, which means immediately. You separate, you eat. If you separate and you leave it throughout the whole day, even if you leave it more than half an hour, you're already putting yourself in a big question of breaking Shabbat on a Torah level.
So it's not
and remember, separation before break Shabbat, it's not the lowest avera in Torah, it's the highest sin in Torah. And if God forbid a person made avera with a married woman or killed a child or did very bad things in life, breaking Shabbat is worse than that. Imagine how bad it is. If a person, God forbid, killed a child, what punishment Bedin will give him? Kill him. How? The lowest level. Choke him, or depends, or maybe behead him, depends on how they did it. If a person, God forbid, did something with a married woman, Nipranas Kazanam, Devona, what Bedin is going to do to him? Choke him, hereg, God forbid, Nipranas Kazanam.
Jewish.
What if a person broke Shabbat? God forbid, highest level, называется skila. Highest. Arizal says that sekila, serefa, hereg, vachene, corresponding 4 type of death to 4 letters of Hashem's name. And the highest one is the highest damage. The lowest one is the lowest damage to the person's neshama. Which person's neshama is Yud Kevavke. Elohai neshama shenatata bi tehora. God, the neshama you put in me is pure. So the Yud Kevavke that we have in God's name corresponds to the 4 types of death. And the higher the violation is, the higher the damage in the neshama, which is Yud Kevavke of HaKadosh Baruch Hu's name in you. That's why to atone it, to make kapara for it, you have to go through such a severe punishment. Severe, big punishment. That's why we have to learn the laws of Borer in very detail. Because they come up a lot, and the violation of them is very common. Turning on a fire, driving electricity, all these type of things, people already know. But Borer, easy a person can violate, not paying attention to that because he not even know the mistakes with that. Panimayim? So now, we learned in the morning that a person cannot peel anything that you peel and it comes out by itself. Right? For example, you have oranges. You have all the citrus fruit. Citrus fruit, на русском как сказать?
Citrusовые.
Citrusовый? Citrusový. So all those type of fruits that the peel comes out by itself clean, the laws of Borei will apply because you're separating 100% not edible thing. Now, when I mean not edible, means you don't want to eat it now. I'm not talking about something not edible at all. You right now don't want to eat it. Because in the morning somebody asked me, he says, Rabbi, that from the peels of the oranges, people make food. They make a jam, they put chocolate on top of it, they bake cakes. It is an edible thing. It's not like, rocks. It's not like 100% garbage.
This one is not edible thing.
They put it in rice also, right? So it's not like in the pistachio nuts, the peel. It is edible. But halakha says, what does it mean edible? Edible now. Now you want to eat that? Now you want to put it in the rice?
Yes.
Now you want to put it chocolate cover? No.
Hold on.
Now you want to throw it out to the garbage.
They have small oranges.
Everything is edible.
Is everything edible?
Yeah.
So the klipa is edible.
But question: do you want to eat the klipa or no?
Not
That shell, you
everybody
want to cover that? Eat that cover or no? If you want to eat that cover, then it's food. No problem. Eat. Go ahead. You don't need to separate.
What the majority of people do.
But not a majority. What do you want? If a person eats right now egg with a peel, okay, пожалуйста. But there are people like that. They eat the egg together with the peel.
Huh?
Yeah. Yeah, it's healthy for the bones.
No. Что собакам что давали? Вот это кожуру мелчите даете, там же этот кальций есть.
Кальций, yeah.
Собаки до яйца не доросли.
Да вы что?
Да, только до морковки. Now listen to this, Becho. So now, eggs. Your wife wants to peel eggs in the kitchen and bring it to the table, and there is 5 people in the house, and she peeled 10 eggs, 15 eggs. It's too much. People are going to eat it immediately. That's easy violation of Borer, because she separated the eggs peel, and the eating was not done immediately. Another common mistake is when a person is peeling garlic. Sometimes you're peeling garlic, you're saying, I need garlic for the salad. I need garlic for the, how do you call this, baba ganoush. I need garlic for the fish. Can you crush garlic on Shabbat with a crusher? Can you crush garlic on Shabbat?
No.
No. Can you cut it very small with a knife? Yes. Good. So the wife says, listen, if you're going to eat it immediately, you could with a knife, not with a special tool.
Why you cannot?
Because of crushing. One of the 39 laws we have is crushing. Tohin. Shabbat not allowed.
We said on the pumpia אפשר, לא?
Pumpia if you do the other way around. If you make a shinui. It's not a special way to do it.
Today they have the pumpia is like a nadneda. So you're putting the garlic and you just doing like that. That's all the garlic coming inside to the hole.
And that's the normal way of it?
This is normal
designated?
way, but this is not the normal crusher.
What is it for?
Because the regular one you're taking with the hand, you
True, but that tool that you're talking about,
this tool is
it's meant for garlic?
Yeah.
Okay, so then it's the special tool. No, if you separate the peel of the onion, you're separating the bad out of the good, and you're not eating immediately.
But if you take some of the good also.
But if you will eat, hold on, let me say, if you will eat immediately the onions, then there's no problem because you separate it in order to eat immediately.
What if you're making a salad?
So same thing. If a person makes, let me. I was about the garlic. So sometimes the lady says, I already put the gloves on because it smells on the fingers. So I'm already doing it. I think in the afternoon you will ask me to put also garlic for this salad, for that. So let me cut everything now already. So there'll be a few violations. One, that she peeled the garlics in the morning, and part of it she peeled for the afternoon. She's not eating everything now. Or her husband or family, nobody's gonna eat so much garlic right now. Second problem is that she crushed it very, very small with a knife. But even with a knife, you need to eat it immediately. As she's crushing right now because she's in the mood of crushing. She's crushing right now, cutting it very, very small, a big quantity. And that big quantity not going to be eaten immediately. She's going to eat a little bit of it in the family right now. And the rest going to be eaten later. So if you're going to be eaten later, it's a problem of breaking Shabbat. 2 violations, just like that a person did. Just like that, Rabotai. Look at how easy a person can break Shabbat on the Torah level. That's why would we suggest that lady? Crush, peel, what you want for now. What you need later, do it later. But you cannot postpone it. Rav Yosef says the best is within 5-10 minutes, not longer than that. B'di'avad, you have them to rely for half an hour. Ben Ishchai says up to an hour for the laws of Tohen. But for the laws of Borer, separation, it says half an hour. Tohen crushing. Yeah, that's why whenever you peel, make sure you peel and eat it
I
right
don't
now.
understand why is this kind of things that you eating and you enjoying Shabbat has to be low and is mahmir while eating the Shabbat.
Very good question.
You're
Can
enjoying
you
Shabbat.
give that plate, please? I
First of all,
want to
it-
demonstrate something.
Okay, today also especially people who is eating garlic, it's health for health.
Uh-huh. Look, anytime I eat, let's say there's only one plate, right? One, not those compartments. Anytime I eat, I always separate. When I take out, I eat that part, I separate that part from that part. I'm separating. Why am I allowed to do that?
You eat right now.
Because I'm eating. Torah knows that when a person is eating, he's going to separate. But because you're eating it now, it's considered to be eating. But once a person separated and he put it away, he put it away, is he doing a melacha of separating or is he eating? He separating, put it away.
Separating.
He's separating. He made borer.
over here, תיגי
So-
גבה שבע, תיגי גבה.
Teki gavot 39 laws.
אבל אתה אוכל את זה.
So now,
Eating this.
since we have Haggai in the crowd, Haggai likes the Zohar. We're going to explain to you a little bit about the Zohar. No, hold on. I'll explain to you right now the Zohar. The Zohar Kadosh says, why are we not allowed to separate on Shabbat? What's the problem? So he says, Haggai, Bechor, that we have 4 worlds: Atzilut, Bria, Yetzirah, Asiyah. Atzilut is 100% godly. It's 100% light of God. Atzilut. In Hebrew, how do you say by him? Etzlo. If somebody asking, where are you? You're saying, oh, I'm by him.
אבל זה יכול להיות,
How do you say in Hebrew? Ani etzlo.
זה לא אציל?
So what is Atzilut? Atzilut means I am by him. Got it? Which means HaKadosh Baruch Hu, highest level. That's the Yud. Yud Kevavke, that's a Yud. Then you have Bria. The world, the second world called Bria. Over there, the Arizal says,
Angels.
majority is good, light of God. Minority is dark. Dark situation. Light of Hashem becomes less over there. In order for reality to exist, you cannot put too much of light of Hashem. Because if you're going to put a lot of light of Hashem, it's going to burst. It's like you're putting in a small wire the electricity of this building. What's going to happen to that wire? It's going to burn. It's not going to be able to hold so much energy. So what God has to do? Limit his light. Filter out the light in order to make it less and less and less. So darkness will be formed, and darkness is reality. Understand? But things doesn't happen like this. It has to always go gradually. Panimai? So it says this Atzilut. Then you go to Bria. Then you go to Yetzirah. Yetzirah is 50-50. Then you go to Asiyah, which is our world. Majority is dark. A little bit of light of Hashem is inside the picture. And why Hashem has to limit his light so much? For the darkness to be formed. The scientists say, before scientists, Arizal said that there is motion of God energy inside every single existence. And if God will not put that motion in it, it will not exist. So ask the Arizal John, the table is inanimate. Nidvijumi. Why do you say it's in motion? Look, it's not moving. So one day you will find out that the table is also moving. Today the scientist has electronic microscopical
It's moving because
digital.
of maybe Kadur Arz moving.
And the scientists say that every single substance in the world is built from atoms, and that atoms is built from protons, and that proton has electrons spinning around it like crazy, and they don't know why is it spinning. And that makes believe that there's existence. So now they found out what Arizal 500 years ago told us, that there is motion in the world all the time. If there is no motion, no existence. Scientists say, what keeps that electron spin around the proton? We don't know. So Arizal has an answer is, that's the light of Hashem that is in the picture, the energy of Hashem in the picture that makes the movie. Makes you think that there is people around you, there is a wall, there is a table, there is a computer, there is a cup, there is a, it makes believe like that.
Only big
But
rabbis can see this light.
Be'emet, who is behind all this? HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Comes Arizal and says, during the week, where are we holding during the week spiritually? And which one of those four worlds are we holding?
Asiya.
So says the Arizal, the highest we can reach is this, Bria, during the week. What level do we reach on Shabbat? Atzilut. In Atzilut there's 10 Sfirot. Like every other world has 10 Sfirot. What level do we reach to the highest level of the Atzilut? Highest level of Sfirot, what is that? Keter. When is Keter revealed the light of Keter in the world? The highest level of the Shabbat. When is the highest level of Shabbat? Mincha of Shabbat. That's what says the Arizal. All year long you don't reach that Keter. That's why you have to cover your head with the tefillin. Cover your Keter. The tefillin is Keter is called. With the talit. And cover your forehead. However, Mincha of Shabbat, says the Arizal, put the talit on your head. But do not cover your forehead.
We don't put talit on Shabbat.
On Mincha of Shabbat, Arizal says you're supposed to put.
Really?
Yeah. We do in our synagogue over here. We do.
Really?
Yeah.
With bracha?
Yeah. With bracha. Every Shabbat. Yeah. Mincha of Shabbat, says the Arizal. And Ben Ishchai. And there's other people, other rabbis also do it.
So only big rabbis like Rabbi Salih can see this light that in Olam Hasidut, right?
Now, listen to this.
That limited light.
On Shabbat, what level are we holding our neshama? Which level it holds? Over here, by Atzilut. Panimayim? Atzilut has any bad in it?
No.
What did we just say? Atzilut is 100% Hashem. It's low. Since 100% Hashem, is there anything bad in there? No.
So why
When a
Yitzhak coming
person,
bothering us?
from a question to question, like I'm analyzing your first question. So says the Arizal, if a person, God forbid, separated the bad out of the good, what did we say? God forbid that Shabbat has bad. And what did we just said? On Shabbat, what do you have to deal only with good? There is no bad. So when a person, God forbid, is separating on Shabbat the undesirable, the bad thing from the mixture, what does it show? There is a bad. Means Shabbat is not holy, God forbid. The Zohar HaKadosh says if a person wears tefillin on Shabbat, Hayav Mita. Why? Zohar says if a person wears tefillin on Shabbat, Hayav Mita. We learned that Zohar if you remember. What Zohar says why? It says if you, God forbid, put tefillin on Shabbat, it shows that you don't believe Shabbat is holy. Because the Torah says, Ki ot hi beni ben bnei Israel. The Shabbat itself is ot, is a sign between me and Hashem and I'm the Jewish people. And you go and you say, oh, Shabbat is not wrong. I need another sign. I need another ot. Ukshartam leot al yadecha. Right? Tefillin is called ot. So if a person wears tefillin on Shabbat, he's chas v'shalom saying, Shabbat is not holy. I need another holiness on me. And what the Zohar says, if a person, God forbid, wear tefillin on Shabbat, because he disrespected the Shabbat, hayav mita. Now you understand why separation is such a bad thing. To do selecting, borer, on Shabbat, why is such a bad thing? Because what are you saying Shabbat? Shabbat is not Atzilut, is not holy. Are we holding in Bria, Yetziras? Yeah, Chas v'Shalom. Here is a bed in front of me. You messing up with the bed? It means Shabbat is not holy. If you say Shabbat is not holy, what do you deserve? Chas v'Shalom, Mipranas Kazan. That's why
Заблудился там.
No, what can we do? Заблудился. What can we do?
Шаббат одел, что будет?
No, what can we do?
חשב יום ראשון.
So it happens. We're talking right now, a person doing things, knowing what he's doing.
Человек учит кого-то одевать тфилин.
Not allowed. We learned about
Я
it.
должен положить что-то.
You're right. This we said. But then it doesn't count as he wears tefillin.
Да.
Yeah. If a person wants to wear it on top of his shirt, we learned about it. Like a bar mitzvah boy, something like that. He wants to show you how to do this. If you'll do it in a different way, not on the body, on the shirt. So this way you show, I'm not wearing tefillin right now. I'm not disrespecting Shabbat. You understand? That's why, Rabotai, the laws of Borer are very, very common to be chas v'shalom violated. That's why we have to learn the atekash of them. Every single detail of them, not chas v'shalom to disrespect the Shabbat. You understand now? That's the secret of the laws of Borer, yes.
Сказали гости, что
In English, Bechor John?
your guests say at 2 o'clock in Shabbat, I come into your house, 15 people.
Yeah.
Okay, 2 o'clock. My wife prepare 1:30, people come, prepare everything, people doesn't come.
Yeah.
What happened?
So if she prepared, you're talking about Borer. She separated.
Yeah.
Oh. So we learned in the morning that question, and we said that everything goes after your machshava and realistic. If you expected 15 people and you peeled 5 oranges, is it normal that 15 people will eat 5 oranges?
Yes.
Yeah, very normal. But if you're expecting 5 people and you peel 15 oranges,
No,
is it normal? Is it realistic?
No.
No. So you have to peel the amount of oranges that it's realistic that people will eat.
No,
If it's
he's
not
saying-
realistic, it's considered to be chas v'shalom,
No, he's saying
breaking the
that
Shabbat.
if they
Hold on,
didn't
hold on. Let me finish. However, what if I was realistic? 15 people, I peeled 5 oranges, I peeled an apple, I peeled a banana. It's a normal amount. At the end, they came, but they didn't eat everything, or they didn't come all together. What are we looking after? Melechet machshevet asrat Torah. We're going after your machshava at the time of the melacha. What was your machshava? To break Shabbat? To violate the laws of Borer?
no.
No. What's the proof? Because for 15 people, I only peel 5 oranges. That's a normal amount. That's realistic. But if a person, God forbid, is doing in machshava, is wrong machshava. In Shabbat morning, he's cutting right now the garlic, and he says, in the afternoon, I'll have more people that will need the garlic. I don't want to wear gloves 2 times. I don't want to be messy with smelly bed. Let me do everything now. So what is the machshava? To break Shabbat right now.
Yeah.
Rabbi, I'm not intending to break Shabbat. I'm intending to peel a garlic and cut it. But peeling a garlic and cut it small pieces, not for now, not for immediate purpose. In other words, it means your intention is to break the Shabbat. Chas v'shalom. Now, Bechor, you said earlier, if she did such a thing, I'll force it to her mouth and she'll eat it immediately. Would that help or no?
No.
No. Why? Because what do we look after?
Oh,
At the time that she peeled the garlic, what was her intention? To eat everything right now? Or to prepare for the afternoon also? No. So if it's for preparation of afternoon, her machshava was correct or wrong?
хорошо, если она не знала, она нагрузила.
In English, не пойдет. Засывать не пойдет. Yeah. It's not going to help. According to our very bottom line, it says it's not going to help, but some opinion says it helps. So it says, what do you have to lose? Try to fix it. It says, what if a person didn't know? You're sitting with him Shabbat table. He has an onion, and he doesn't like the taste, smell, whatever. You're seeing Shabbat table. You're seeing him. He separates the onion. Ты около него сидишь, ты видишь. Okay, you say, oh, no, this is Borer, what are you doing? Oh, I didn't know. What should I do?
Add some good to it.
Huh?
Right now.
Eat it now. It's gonna help or no?
Yes.
Put some tomatoes on it.
Machloket. Maybe he violated Shabbat. You know what maybe violate Shabbat means, Bechor? God forbid, maybe he killed a child, God forbid. Maybe. Chas v'shalom. It's not a joke, Abutai. We think Shabbat, it's kai, chichi, chacha. There's a lot of details on Shabbat that a person can easily violate them. And the punishment is very, very severe. Mot yumad, ba'olam hadu, ba'olam haba.
מה לעשות?
Lo chas v'shalom. To learn, not to make mistakes. אתה מבין? It's very severe, the punishment of Shabbat.
אז אני
כן.
יכול להיות עם הארץ.
Chas v'shalom, מה פתאום?
So what do you do? You
נשמה
add some,
תמות.
you add some,
But
tomato,
they are
you add some
just
good to it. If you separate.
So
the
says
onion.
Ravadia, if he'll eat it, he has whom to rely on saying that he fixed it.
Okay.
But it's not all opinions.
What's other?
Or if you'll mix it back to the salad, put it back again inside, there is whom to rely on that he fixed it. But it's not 100% fixed.
Or you just add some good to that.
And why is it not 100% fixed? Because we're going after machshava. What? Ask him, when you separate the onion from the plate, what was your makavana? Oh, I don't like the onion. I want to eat the tomato, I want to eat the cucumber, I don't like the onion. So your machshava was to separate the onion. Yeah. So if you right now say, okay, let me help you. You take the onion and put it back inside the salad. You put it back in the mixture. So now it's not separated. I reverted his action. But do we go out after your action or do we go after your thought?
Can you add some good to it? Like you put
you
you put the onions over
Because
there.
whenever the guest came,
It's not saying.
15 people came and he only ate 3 oranges and you peeled 5, what did you say? You okay, no have no problem. We don't go after the reality, what happened at the end. We go after your machshava. So you see, when it benefits you, we go after the machshava, נכון? So why whenever it comes to hurt you, you say, no, Rabbi, at the end I mixed the onion back. The reality, look, it's mixed, it's not separated. But how did you justify the morning action with the 15 guests and the 3 oranges? You're saying, Rabbi, my machshava was for them to eat. They didn't eat. Shom yedil it. So what do we say? Machshava is okay. So to over here, machshava we go after the machshava, after the thought.
So the same thing with my son. He doesn't like in tuna salad the celery.
Yeah.
So he eating and he leaving the celery with the
A little bit of
corn.
the tuna.
Yeah, with the corn and leaving
Said
it on the
it.
side.
Said it. Problem of separation, only whenever it's
It's also
separate.
separation.
So the definition of separation for us, for the Jewish law, is only when you separate 100% garbage, whatever 100% not desirable thing. But if you separate together with other things, you have no problem.
Can you add the good thing to that 100% later?
No.
So you added the onions, but to fix it now you just put.
So we just explained that the fixing is not really fixing.
Oh.
You're putting yourself in a debate
It doesn't matter.
of
Even
Mechalel Shabbat.
if you mix it back or you put some good over there, it's not gonna help.
It's debatable if it helps.
Debatable.
So since debatable, you should not rely on such a thing. Doing and then I'll fix it. Understand?
Is it true for kids there's no Boreh?
What?
For kids.
Why there is no Boreh?
I'm just asking. I heard that if the kids don't want onions, you're allowed to separate it for them. Is that true or you can't do that?
For them?
Maybe according to Bechor's Torah, but according to our Torah, that's not allowed. No. Yes, Ben Chasov, you have a question? כתוב חצי גברית. Okay, בסדר. Okay, we good? Next.
Let's say the kid doesn't like the onion. Can he give it to someone that does like it?
Yeah, we're going to learn about all this. Yes. We're going to learn. Gemara is going to say separation for others. That's how Tosfot interprets. Separation for others, it's also kasher. But they have to eat immediately. Means if I don't like the onions, I can give it to my brother that likes the onions. He likes it, no problem. For me, I separate whatever I don't like.
Because that's good for
Mumkin
him.
kagda. When nobody's gonna eat it now. But whenever I separate and he's gonna eat it, he likes it. So then I didn't separate the undesirable. I separate desirable for him. Got it? Whatever if she's gonna eat it.
Bottom line is you coming to the point that I don't like onion, he like onion. Bottom line, I mean we're gonna eat the food, so why I cannot eat whatever I like to eat?
Eat whatever you like.
But in the salad there's something that you like, something that he like, and something what I like.
So what can we do?
Everybody make a separate salad from
Ask
beginning.
a question. What if you like your salad salted?
Soup the same thing.
Listen. You like your salad salted, and your friend doesn't like the salad salted. Or, for example, you don't like a certain ingredient in your salad. What are you gonna tell to the guy that prepares? Put separate plates from the beginning. Make this salted and the other one not salted. This way you solve the
Go
problem.
tell to your wife, do separate. If she's gonna tell, you wanna do, go to the kitchen and do.
Oh, now we got the answer.
You know that.
This is resolution.
Back to Shalom Bay.
Что он сказал?
Go to the kitchen and do. אמת?
פתאום становится בעיה של שלום בית.
למה
She's
שלום
gonna
בית?
separate the your bed
Ah,
also.
Problem is גאווה
and
בבית.
then
When there is גאווה בבית, there is שלום בית.
and then what happened? Husband say, my
Then she's gonna separate your bed. you're
Because
gonna go
when
on
a
the
person
couch.
says, it means I have ga'ava. I am haughtiness. What do you mean?
I knew.
What is means?
Oh.
Who am I? Tiznai k'stoya.
לשון הרע, לא הבין, тоже לשון הרע.
Yeah. Sometimes a person tells this to his wife. Shota koya. What does it mean? You owe me.
הוא החסד.
That's where the mistake starts, Rabotai.
Let's go to bed then.
Chas v'shalom.
Why you visit the Moshe?
Yeah. Number 1. 180, Rabotai, Bechor, we're in page 180. 10 times high.
10 times high. Rabbeinu Parasha.
Yeah, 1 minute will do. In a mixture that contains desired and undesired food. And the desired food is halachically considered as waste. Is it permitted to separate food that is not desired? Is it permitted to separate the food, right? That is not desired?
No idea what you're asking.
Some of the laws not make a logically.
Torah has few levels. Chokim, mishpatim. Mishpatim makes no sense.
Ходим на параша.
Chokim has no sense.
This is a chok.
But here, I explained to you the secret of it.
It's not chok.
After you understood the secret, it's already not a chok. That doesn't have sense. It's already mishpat. It already makes sense.
Secret. That's what I'm saying. If this secret, so God, if you from bottom of your heart you're trying to keep Shabbat, you're trying to enjoy. Why? So we have Yetzer Hara is bothering and doing, forcing you to do bad things.
Oh,
And then you're saying, okay, I don't care, I'm whatever is it.
you're right.
Or
You're right.
Shabbat you want to learn and you tired, you want to sleep. It's exactly on Shabbat you want to sleep all day.
Why you
week.
wanna- I'll
you
tell
on
you.
the phone, you coming, going
I'll
2
tell
o'clock
you.
to sleep. Over here Friday night, 7, 8 o'clock, you were like this one going to sleep. So, but you want to learn, you want to sit down and take.
So
all the
listen to
chomer.
this. Number 1 problem, want to learn, never happens at home. Always go out of the home with your kids, with your wife, or whatever. Staying at home, guarantee you're going to fall asleep.
It's cold outside, Rabbi.
Dress up.
Go in the garage.
Dress up.
It's your garage there.
לא ברבנו גורל.
Huh? Go to the synagogue. Make a programs in the synagogue. Right now Shabbat is early. That's why after Mincha and Arvit over here, we finish Mincha. She here? Mincha and Arvit we finish. We stay up 45 minutes on Parasha and then another 45 minutes on Kabbalah.
Wow.
After over here.
God bless.
Mincha Arvit we
everybody
finish.
who doing that.
6:45 we finish Mincha. 5:15, 5:10 depends what the matter. Then until 6:45 we stay over here. We
Your
learn.
wife is not waiting at home.
We waiting when she's not expecting it that you're doing such a thing. But when you prepare them, you can eat something meanwhile until I come. Then we'll eat together,
You have
everybody.
to say kiddush, no?
Yeah, make kiddush. What's the big deal? Few lines. V'yom hashishi, borei p'ragev, and mekat Shabbat. End of the world. It takes less than a minute.
יש את חיילה תסוי.
Now tell her yom hashishi, borei p'ragev, and mekadesh Shabbat. Come on.
Yeah,
How long it takes?
obviously,
So,
Less than a minute.
so et shecha is like
Baruch Hashem, we have a lot of people here on Mincha and after Mincha and Arvit on Friday night. Yeah.
I
Dude,
think
if they will go home and come back, will be much harder.
Yeah.
They already drink alcohol.
They won't come
They're
back.
already loaded with so much food.
Food,
They're already
yeah.
tired. They're already home. Outside is cold. Inside is warm. That's why I told them, Rabotai, let's make it right after Mincha. We tell the women, and Baruch Hashem, it works.
People are not hungry yet.
After 45 minutes, no, what's the big deal? It's only 6:30 in the afternoon. You 8 to 3 p.m. That's it.
Not everybody is. Everybody like stays hungry for
Si-
the mitzvah of Shabbat to go hungry.
6 o'clock, we finish the parsha. We make a dish. Whoever wants to go, go. And whoever stays, stays.
I
Until
purposely, like,
6:45,
almost
we'll
don't
stay
eat
on
on
Kabbalah.
Friday just to come to the Shabbat. They were hungry for the mitzvah.
Depends on the situation. You're eating early. We eating later. So we eat 2, 3 p.m. we eat, and then we have koach until 6:45 to stay and learn Torah.
but we say,
Hour of learning Torah on Shabbat equal to 170 million hours. You don't understand this?
Rabbi, why is it
Lifetime.
working?
Один час Shabbat. Lifetime. Будешь учиться, один час нельзя не
Rabbi,
сделать.
why is Yetzirah working non-stop on Shabbat? No Shabbat for Yetzirah? Come on. Shabbat
Yetzer Hara has one day off.
Yom Kippur.
Yom Kippur.
גם שם אין לו.
He has off. Sometimes he has messengers, but he himself is off.
רבנו,
Okay, יאללה,
פרשה.
פרשה.